Howdy friends, Tulio here behind the wheel again, and I am in the northern part of Colorado Springs, really an area called Briargate. Okay, it's northeast part of Colorado Springs, falls in a school district called District 20. It's a very highly rated school district. When people go, what's one of the best school districts? One of the first things most realtors would say is District 20. So we're in school District 20 in Briargate in a subdivision called Charleston Place. And this neighborhood was predominantly built in the 1990s, mid to late 1990s, I would say. Wonderful neighborhood. What you'll start to see in a neighborhood like this is mostly 2 stories, okay? As neighborhoods developed and prices of land went up, you started to see houses get more vertical in nature. But a lot of the homes in here are pretty sizable too. Most of the homes in here are going to be about 2,600 to 4,000 square feet. You're going to see a lot of 3-car garages. People take good care of their homes in here too, and for the most part, they're landscaping. So that's always a nice thing. Since the neighborhood's been around a little while, you'll see more mature trees. Most of the neighborhoods in Briargate had like a requirement that you at least had 1 tree in your front yard, and now they've gotten to be pretty sizable, you know, not gigantic, but it's nice to have those trees. A lot of pine trees as well. You'll see a lot of pines in Colorado Springs and a lot of aspens, things like that. Yeah, plenty of others. So this is a beautiful neighborhood, really handy to a lot of the schools too. There's actually 2 grade schools that I would say are walkable from this neighborhood. One of them is the one my kids went to. It's called Academy Endeavour. It was named after the Endeavour space shuttle. I didn't think they had the toughest sounding mascot. They were the astronauts. But anyway, and then really close to Frontier Elementary School also. And then very walkable, I would say, to Rampart High School. That's where my kids went also. And then Challenger Middle School is not far away. Mountain Ridge Middle School is very close by. There's a patio home community in here in the middle of it. I'm gonna pan a little to the left over here. I'm gonna pass Academy Endeavor's school. This is where my kids all went to grade school. So that's kind of neat. Look at the view that these kids get. You'll see the mountains here in the distance, but that's Academy Endeavour. Wonderful school. Now I'm going to make another cut through the neighborhood on this side so that you can see a little bit more of Charleston Place. I used to park my car right here to pick up my kids from school when they were little. It's funny, that brings back memories. Pan to the right for you on one of the cameras. You'll see most of the homes are going to have a wood siding with some brick. Usually the brick or the stone is on the garage. Not as many ranch style homes as 2 stories. This neighborhood does allow for traditional fencing. So you'll see backyards for the most part with 6-foot privacy fences. For the most part, people do them in cedar wood. A lot of people have pets here. A lot of people have dogs, so they like to know that they can have fencing. You'll see little cut-throughs too that are kind of neat because it allows like an easement for kids to walk between homes to get to the schools and the trails to the schools. So that's always handy. I like these somewhat more mature neighborhoods. They just tend to have a bit more character, you know, especially when they have the mature trees and everyone's got kind of different landscaping. I've walked all through this neighborhood. There were times where I would get to school early to pick the kids up, and I'd do little neighborhood walks, listening to audiobooks for 15, 20 minutes. You can tell it's not like a grid pattern either. It's kind of winding through these neighborhoods, which is, I think it's fun. It's kind of neat. Neighborhood's really handy to a lot of stuff too. There's a YMCA in the area, lots of parks, restaurants, and shopping areas in all directions. And there's essentially like 3 different high schools that aren't too far away from this area. So that's always kind of fun for the youth sports and stuff like that. But, all right, well, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a glimpse of Charleston Place in Briargate in the northeast part of Colorado Springs. Great place to live. All right, my friends, well, if you like these videos, make sure to follow, like, or subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you more.